Ukraine's President, Volodymyr Zelensky, has finally revealed new details about who could step into one of the most powerful positions in his government, the role of his next chief of staff. The search for this crucial appointment began shortly after Andriy Yermak, once seen as Kyiv's indispensable number 2 and one of Zelensky's closest allies, handed in his resignation in late November. Yermak's decision to step down came in the midst of a major controversy shaking Ukraine's energy sector, a high-profile scandal tied to an alleged $100 million kickback scheme that has drawn international attention. Speaking about the challenges of finding the right replacement, President Zelensky admitted that the decision has proven so complicated that it might actually be easier to abolish the entire presidential office altogether. Denys Shmyhal has emerged as a strong contender for the position, widely regarded for his extensive experience and the many key roles he has successfully held within the Ukrainian government over the years. Throughout his career, Shmyhal has served the country in several important capacities, from regional governor and cabinet minister to prime minister, and most recently, as defense minister, building a broad base of leadership experience. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Shmyhal remains one of the few senior officials untouched by major controversies or corruption allegations, and his tenure as prime minister was marked by stability and sound decision-making. His steady performance and administrative competence have been repeatedly noted by political observers in Ukraine, who say this track record only strengthens his credibility as a possible next chief of staff. In fact, Shmyhal's name has circulated before for several high-level appointments, including the prestigious position of Ukraine's ambassador to the United States, underscoring his continued prominence in national politics. Mikhailo Fedorov has rapidly emerged as one of the key contenders for the powerful position of Chief of Staff, after steadily climbing through the ranks of Ukraine's fast-changing political landscape. Fedorov first entered the national spotlight in 2019 as Volodymyr Zelensky's digital campaign manager, later transitioning into the roles of a trusted advisor and eventually a member of parliament with growing influence. At just 28 years old, he was appointed as Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, making history as the youngest cabinet member ever to serve in the country's government, a symbol of its generational change. During his tenure, which spanned 3 different prime ministers, Fedorov maintained his post and led groundbreaking digital reforms, most notably the creation of the DIA portal and mobile app that revolutionized government services. He also spearheaded major wartime initiatives, including launching the Global United 24 fundraising platform and driving the innovative Army of Drones project that modernized Ukraine's defense efforts. When Russian forces targeted Ukraine's communication lines, it was Fedorov who secured vital Starlink access, ensuring uninterrupted connectivity for military, government, and civilian operations across the nation. The news outlet RBC Ukraine has now listed him among the leading candidates most likely to succeed Andriy Yermak as Zelensky's next chief of staff, a reflection of both his achievements and his political momentum. Kyrylo Budanov has been at the helm of Ukraine's main intelligence directorate of the Ministry of Defense, widely known as the HUR, since 2020, playing a decisive role in shaping the country's intelligence and defense strategy. His journey began within the Huz Elite Special Forces, where he built his reputation through years of military service, including active combat in the Donbass region during the Russian-backed conflict in 2014. Between 2018 and 2020, Budanov took part in several high-risk covert operations abroad and served as deputy director in Ukraine's Foreign Intelligence Service, combining tactical expertise with strategic insight. In recognition of his exceptional leadership and bravery, President Volodymyr Zelensky honored him in 2023 with the country's highest distinction, the prestigious Hero of Ukraine Award, citing his extraordinary courage and heroism. Since Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, Budanov and his wife have been living inside the HUR headquarters under strict security, as he has reportedly survived no fewer than 10 separate assassination attempts. Moscow has officially indicted Budanov and several Ukrainian intelligence officers on terrorism-related charges, a move Kyiv dismisses as politically motivated and part of Russia's ongoing propaganda campaign. Despite years on the front lines of both physical and information warfare, Budanov continues to command deep respect at home. Recent polls rank him as Ukraine's 3rd most trusted public figure, following President Zelensky and former army chief Valery Zaluzhny. Colonel Pavlo Polisa has been serving as President Volodymyr Zelensky's deputy chief of staff since November 2024, taking on a central role in coordinating both military and strategic policy discussions within the presidential administration. In addition to his duties inside the president's office, Colonel Palisa is often described as one of Zelensky's closest advisors on military affairs, offering frontline experience and operational insight at the highest levels of government. Earlier this year, he represented Ukraine on the global stage as part of Kyiv's delegation to Saudi Arabia, where he participated in crucial security consultations with officials from the United States and allied nations. Before transitioning to government service, Palisa spent over 2 decades in uniform, proudly serving in the Ukrainian armed forces from 2002 until 2024, a career marked by dedication and distinguished field leadership. Throughout his military service, he took part in multiple active combat operations and rose through the ranks to command the highly respected 93rd Mechanized Brigade, famously known by the call sign Kholodny Yar. Palisa earned nationwide recognition for his decisive leadership during the 2023 defense of Bakhmut, where his brigade played a pivotal role in holding key positions amid one of the fiercest battles of the war. Sergei Kyslytsya is a seasoned career diplomat who has long represented Kyiv on the international stage, earning a reputation for his sharp intellect, measured diplomacy, and unwavering defense of Ukraine's national interests. Between 2020 and 2024, he served as Ukraine's permanent representative to the United Nations, where his articulate speeches and firm stance during key debates became emblematic of Ukraine's voice in global diplomacy. In May and June of 2025, Kyslytsya played a vital role in the delicate peace negotiations with Russia held in Istanbul, contributing his deep experience in international law and diplomatic strategy to the talks. More recently, he joined Ukraine's high-level delegation for a new round of negotiations with the Trump administration, underscoring his continued importance in steering Kyiv's foreign policy direction during complex transitions. President Zelensky has publicly praised Kyslytsya as one of the nation's most capable diplomats, calling him Ukraine's first deputy foreign affairs minister distinguished by both extensive experience and clear strategic vision.